Time to finish triangle strategy.
There's no one here.
Lord Serenoa, perhaps it is time we see the true face of the Hierophant.
But this is...
What's the matter, Serenoa?
It's a machine.
Perhaps they left it here after the true Hierophant fled the palace.
No. No one has ever seen behind these curtains. Which could only mean...
Step away from the Holy One, you insolent swine.
You mean to say this doll is your Hierophant?
Just so. You should feel honored to be the first to learn the truth.
This is the truth?
You forget your station. No matter. She can be replaced.
Was there ever a person behind those curtains? Or were the words you spoke on her behalf?
All his, yes.
So you were pulling the strings in Hyzant all along.
The Holy State needed a leader. Had I not given it one, our nation would have long since fallen. Three decades ago, as the Salt Iron War raged on, the previous Hierophant fell ill. At a time when we most needed unity, the Saintly Seven began bickering amongst themselves. All fell into chaos. Only I understood. The Saintly Seven were all so fallibly human. And no greedy human would ever be able to unite our people.
But none but a human can lead his fellow man.
Not so. I realized that the goddess herself could guide them, for she is eternal and absolute. And the next Hierophant should be just the same. By my own hand, I crafted an undying Holy One who would lead this nation in the goddess's name.
You crafted a living thing.
Minister Lila's research made it all possible. She is an undying machine, moved by the power of Elfric. She is as absolute as the goddess herself.
And you were the one putting words in her mouth. You've done nothing but deceive your people this whole time.
And what is so wrong with that? Unlike my fellow saints, I do this not for myself. Need you proof? Witness the peace and prosperity Hyzant enjoyed for decades. The people's faith in the goddess deepened, and they rejoiced over her blessings of equality and happiness. Until you heretics ruined it all.
I will not deny wanting to bring happiness to the people. Any leader would want the same. However, I refuse to stand by as you preach lies and deceive those you were meant to lead. You betray your people's trust.
People cannot make the right choice without knowing the whole truth. Keeping them in the dark makes it impossible for them to see the other paths before them. The goddess's path, your path, is not the only true one.
Hyzand has deceived its people for many long years. They used the Roselle and tricked their own people. If that is truly what the goddess believes, then she is evil incarnate.
Enough of your senseless ideals. Pretty words alone won't save anyone. Humans are fools. The wise must protect them and show them the way. For fools, thinking is tiresome, decisions terrifying. Reality breeds discontent. Freedom gives rise to greed. Free will creates doubt, and ideals of justice lead to conflict. Ridding people of these things is the only true path to happiness and peace. How can you not see that the people want to be controlled?
That is not your decision to make. People err in judgment. There are times when our hearts cloud our eyes to the right path. Call it foolishness if you want, but we can learn from our mistakes. We can find others to walk a new path with us. Denying that means robbing the people of their chance to grow.
The people need neither a new path nor growth. They have me to show them what is right.
Then we will do away with both you and your rule. Even if your puppets live forever, it won't mean a thing.
No. My rule is immortal. The perfect Elfric has been completed. And now that it flows within me, I am as eternal as the Hierophant and the goddess herself.
So Elfric was a study on immortality.
Your will is to live and control the people forever. Just what are they to you?
They are my beloved children, adorable and pitiful in their foolishness and misery.
You lie. You fear your people. You fear them learning the truth and denying your rule. You cannot accept the fact that you are as foolish as them. And it is out of this fear that you seek to control them. You are nothing but a coward, Idor.
The Absolute fear nothing. Be gone from this world!
No. If you are so absolute, prove it. Shatter our convictions.
Very well, then. It is time you knew the goddess's true power.
More puppets?
They are innumerable.
Do not falter. Our convictions will never be shaken.
Friends of House Wolfort, it is time we end Idor's reign of deception. To arms! Together! We shall strike down this false saint!
May we return home unharmed.
Idor Delmira, in the name of the countless who have suffered under your cruel ambitions, I shall strike you down!
You speak of ambitions as if they are anathema. But what is this but the result of your own lust for power? How many have you killed to stand here before me? How much blood has been spilled? There is only one truth, her truth, and I shall send you before her begging for mercy.
What? It's moving! Everyone on your guard!
On my honor as the Dawn Spear. Prepare yourself! Just as I planned!
A ruler should be a vessel through which the people's desires are realized. But a leader without a soul cannot hear their pleas. Your rightful place is under the rubble of the church. Brace yourself!
Well met! Just as I planned!
Count on me.
The hunt is on.
This bout is mine!
Forward! Ha!
My turn.
You'll be nothing but a bloodstain upon my
Once
blade!
more!
heads shall prevail. Go swiftly.
Come at me! Come on!
Let me show you what I've learned.
Stay right there! I won't hold you back. I must do my duty. Ah! Ugh!
I shall protect you. Farewell!
I'll do my utmost. That certainly worked.
Awesome, Brett. I won't lose. You see that?
Out!
The hunt is on.
Yeah! Yes! I did it!
Me too!
Forward.
This
Aha!
wide open!
I shall do what I can. Be at ease.
Thank you.
My turn. You'll be surrender!
Oh, you've done it now!
Close back at you.
Allow me.
My turn now. I'm here for you. Keep fighting.
I've been waiting for this!
You've that hit the mark.
There shall be no mercy. There shall be only death. Absolute. Final. Return to nothing.
I'll do my utmost. Here you go.
Tides are turning.
You've scorned the natural order, giving life to the lifeless. You're beyond saving, Edor.
All for the good of the people. For that, I will go to any lengths.
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear. It ends just as I planned.
Charge! My left? Yes!
The hunt is on.
Yeah!
Cool heads shall prevail. Victory goes to the quick.
I must use this well.
From where shall we strike? Parry. Aha!
My turn. This will hurt.
hold you back. Stay strong! I fight for peace.
Come at me! To victory!
Count on me. We're counting on you.
Charge! Here! Did you see
I
that?
shall protect you.
You left yourself open.
Let me heal your wounds. Go quickly.
Much appreciated.
So much talent and wisdom, all made to serve a single man's desires. How many have suffered at the altar of your pride?
I needn't concern myself with the opinion of one such as you. Talent and wisdom is worthless without a guiding hand, and that hand is mine.
I see you're beyond reasoning. All that is left for us is to ensure your twisted philosophy ends with you.
The hunt is on. Lend me your wings, Flugy!
And where shall we strike? This ends here!
Not bad. You and Gustadov were but two sides of the same coin. And both of you will die alone, with only your tattered ambition by your side.
The wise man stands alone. Such is his duty, for how else would he lead?
Allow me. The Roselle have been freed, and the Saintly Seven are no more. Nothing remains of the High Zant you built, Idor.
On the contrary, so long as I exist, so long as the Hierophant stands, faith can be rekindled, and Hyzant's glory shall be reborn. History is written by the victors. Truth is made by the triumphant.
You are blinded by your ambition, and perhaps have ever been. Norzelia shall not know peace until it is rid of you. Let's go! I'm here for you!
Clever move.
Glenbrook will never submit to your tyranny, Idor. All people of Norzelia deserve to live in peace, and we shall bring it to them!
Spoken like a true princess. Sweet words, but terribly naive. It takes more than a rosy outlook to achieve true peace.
Whatever it takes.
You won't beat me! I'll be the first to admit I ain't much for words. But even a fool can see what sets my lord apart from the likes of you. When Serenoa speaks of Norzelia, of its future, I feel hopeful. With you, I feel only the cold cruelty of a man who thinks he's better than me.
What use is hope? The poison that rots people's hearts and gives them false pretenses. And when those ridiculous ideals aren't met, they suffer. Hope must be stamped out. The flock must learn to be led.
Charge! Brace yourself! Did you see
Prepare
that?
to face the Dawn Spear. Behold!
Good try! Good try!
Cool heads shall prevail.
Go swiftly.
That's a big help.
From where shall we strike? Here! Now! That hit the mark.
Time to take flight.
We've come to many crossroads in our journey, and not always taken the right path. However, there is no doubting what we must do now. For the good of one and all, we shall deny your future and strike you down where you stand.
Soldiers aren't meant to think. Be quiet and accept your judgment.
Yeah.
You know too much.
Oh, no!
I will crush you! You will die by my hand!
For the greater good. Here you go.
My turn now.
I must do my duty. I fight for peace. Stay right there.
On my honor as the Dawn Spear. It is our ability to face death with dignity that makes human life precious. One who would forsake that has no right to lead others.
And what have you done for your fellow man, Dawn Spear? Killed them time and again. Don't speak to me of humanity. Heathens! Heretics!
Perfect! Just as I planned.
Yes! You won't beat me! Come on!
You know too much.
Defeat is not an option. Ah! That hit the mark.
For the greater good. Take that!
Well met! That went
Let
well.
me heal your wounds. Your wounds are...
That'll keep me going. This battle is ours. Yeah! I can do this. stay with us.
I will crush you! Uninvited guests, this will hurt.
Prepare to face the Dawn Spear.
I'll have a go.
That went well.
I am eternal. My judgment absolute.
I will end this. Flame, heed my call! Yeah!
For victory! For too long has the rot between our three nations been left to fester. In the name of Glenbrook, I shall cleanse it here and now.
And then what, my young king? Do you have the resolve to steer Norzelia upon the right course?
Perhaps once I would have said no to your question. But that was simply because I was afraid. Afraid to crawl before I could walk. But my friend showed me that at the end of suffering and uncertainty lies truth. I may be king by virtue of birth, but I will do all in my power to earn my title.
Well met.
Come at
Just
me!
as I planned.
Allow me!
I'll do my utmost. May all your wounds be healed. Clever move.
Defeat is not an option.
Your misguided ideas threaten to corrupt the realm Serenoa will fort. I shall cut off their spread at the source. Repent, and I shall grant you a swift death.
I walk a path unclouded by doubt. A path of my own making. Come what may, my steps shall never waver.
Perish.
Why, my divine rule was to last forevermore. Yeah. Serenoa Wolfort, it must feel good to wield your blade for your ideals. But you will regret it in time. Human greed will fill the void left behind by the goddess. Those you sought to bring happiness to will criticize and condemn you.
I know. That is the fate of a leader of men. But I will never stop believing in people. I will walk beside them toward a better tomorrow.
I once believed in the same ideals. I prayed to the goddess endlessly for the people's salvation. But she never answered my prayers and the people remained fools. Only then did I realize the goddess did not exist. That I had to save my people by mine own hand.
Idor, why not put your faith in people once more?
You would forgive even me.
You must atone for your wrongs, of course. But after that, you would be free to walk a different path.
You naive fools.
have you done?
I have activated the remaining Elfric in the palace. Soon, all will be reduced to dust.
But why?
Remember this, Serenoa Wolfort. Not everyone is like you. Humans will never be cured of their stupidity. No matter how much you love your fellow man, inevitably, he will betray you.
Be that as it may, I still choose to believe.
Then know this. The path you would walk will lead nowhere but despair. I will await you in hell.
The palace is collapsing!
We must go now.
Even if I sink into the depths of despair, I will find a path out. As long as I keep walking, there will always be hope.
Hurry, Serenoa!
The Hierophant's Palace, once a symbol of prosperity in the holy state of Hyzant, crumbles and sinks into the source, taking Idor and his baleful puppets along with it. So it is that the long war that began with the unearthing of salt crystals comes to an end. The hearts of the Norzelian people are shaken to learn of the new sources of salt, the Rosellan history of the land, and the end of an era of 3 warring nations. Once the Hyzantians learn the truth of the goddess's teachings, their influence is shattered, and the holy state descends into chaos. In Esfrost, the late Archduke's staunch followers refuse Farog's new rule. Fortunately, the tumult is short-lived. Serenoa, Roland, and their loyal companions show the way, espousing the tenets of a new Norzelia. One built around the ideals of mutual understanding and cooperation. Gradually, doubts are dispelled and anxieties allayed. Peace returns to the realm under the rule of King Roland of Glenbrook. And for the first time in history, all the people of Norzelia take their first steps on a new path. Together.
Wait for me! Oh dear. Are you okay? Mm-hmm. Hey, let's go play hide and seek over there! Okay. I never thought I would see the day my people would be welcome anywhere. Yet here we are. It truly is a dream come true.
It took some time for everyone to adjust, but now, it feels like the Roselle have been here their whole lives.
Aye. With things finally settling down here, the young lord and King Roland can move the people forward. One step at a time.
Indeed, and we must do everything in our power to see their plans through.
Frederica, how good it is to see you again. Glenbrook seems to have gotten back on its feet.
It has, Uncle. How fares Frost?
Some of Gustadolf's most loyal followers resisted the change, but we managed to peacefully resolve our differences in time.
Ain't that a relief?
Truly, it is. I would be loath to sully Frost's history any further, and I am certain Dragan would agree.
Well, well. To think dignitaries can stand about chatting in the open like this. What a world we live in now.
Minister Lila, welcome. I hope your journey was a pleasant one.
You can scarcely imagine my surprise when I heard that King Roland had asked for me by name. In truth, I was unsure of whether or not to answer his summons. After everything I have done, I cannot imagine being worthy of such a lofty position.
Of course you are, Minister. After the Hyzantian people lost everything they believed in, you were the one who kept them together.
You also shared your research with the public. Countless lives were saved thanks to you.
I am flattered you think so. But in the end, it was I who was saved.
Ha ha! Come now! Let us save the catching up for later. We must be on our way to the castle. Where is your dear husband-to-be, Frederica?
He is with Benedict at Castle Wolford, discussing the prospects of the new salt crystal mines.
They will make their way here once they're finished.
Lord Serenoa is as ardent a youth as always, I see.
It has been an honor to serve.
Wait! Where do you think you're going?
I strayed from the path of righteousness, my lord.
You speak of the day we all stood divided.
Indeed. Had you not been there to unite us, Lord Serenoa, I shudder to think what our fate might have been. Ever since then, I have been plagued by nightmares. Visions of Norzelia swallowed up in flames because of my foolish counsel.
But Norzelia has emerged stronger, and we could not have safeguarded her without you.
My plan callously ignored Lady Frederica's people, and would have driven King Roland away. I failed you, both as steward to House Wolford and as a man. I have no right to be part of this realm's future.
Stop right there, Benedict. Who among us has not once erred? What is important is that we learn from our mistakes. If you haven't the strength to stand after you fall, you must learn to lean on others. That is how we came this far. Whenever one of us became lost, the others helped us find our path. Is that not the way of your beloved House Wolford?
Lord Serenoa.
Our work has just begun. We must stand together to forge the best path forward. We cannot hope to do this without you. Pray remain with us, Benedict. House Wolford needs you. As do I.
I refuse. I refuse to abandon House Wolford and its lord. My allegiance lies with you, Lord Serenoa, now and forever.
I am heartened to hear this, my friend.
I will not fail you, or this realm, my lord. Now then, you are on your way to the Crown City, if I am not mistaken. Let us make haste, so as not to keep King Roland waiting.
Yes. About that.
You still waver as to whether or not to divulge to him the truth.
There is nothing I can hide from you, Benedict. I know I should keep the secret for House Wolfort's sake. And yet...
Do as your heart tells you, my lord. The bond between the two of you will not fray now.
Your words hearten me, Benedict. I now know what I must do.
Serenoa? Is everything all right? There is still time until the ceremony.
There is something I must tell you, Roland.
But of course, friend. What is it?
I want you to see this. It was given to me by my Lord Father before he passed.
A royal signet? But only those of the royal line are meant to have this. However, did Lord Simon come to possess it?
My father told me on his deathbed that it was given to him by King Regna to be passed on to me.
But that would mean...
Indeed. My mother, the Lady Destra, came to House Wolfort bearing His Majesty's child.
Then that makes us... brothers?
I am sorry, Roland. Perhaps I should have carried this secret to my grave, but I simply could not. I do not expect you to simply take me at my word. Pray, examine the ring for yourself.
There is no need. I trust Lord Simon's words.
You do?
Do you recall that fateful day, Serenoa? When our divergent convictions threatened to tear us apart?
I do. You, Frederica, and Benedict, you could not see eye to eye.
I lost sight of my duty as king and thought bending the knee to Hyzant would save us. I feel ashamed of my cowardice to this very day. But you were different. You never gave up. You found a path we were all willing to walk together. I think that more than proof enough of your royal blood. But no. Being king is not just a matter of lineage. A king must hold fast to his ideals, and be a beacon of hope to his people. His ears must be attuned to the wishes of all, and his eyes must see all paths, even those not shown by the scales. Serenoa, my brother, you are capable of that and much more. I have no doubt you were meant to rule this realm.
Roland.
I will give you the throne, if you so wish it, and swear to see your will done.
I am flattered, but I must refuse. Your words now are proof enough of your kingship, Roland. The people are ever in your heart, and you have shown that you can look back and learn from your mistakes. Norzelia needs a king like you at his helm. I am Serenoa, son of Simon and Lord of House Wolfort, ever a faithful vassal to His Majesty, and his closest friend. I just could not go on living without telling you the truth.
Your Majesty, everyone has arrived.
Thank you, Huette. Let us begin the ceremony. Thank you, everyone, for coming here today. The war is over, and we have reached an agreement on the salt crystals. They will be deemed property of the Norzelian people as a whole, and be distributed fairly across the land. Lord Svarog and Minister Lila, we cannot thank you enough for your help in this endeavor.
Think nothing of it, King Roland, but know that this is just the beginning of a new age.
Indeed. And in this new age, I hope that all of Norzelia can overcome the borders of our nations and join together as one. In order to do so, Glenbrook wishes for an equal and peaceful union with Esfrost and Hyzant.
And the first steps toward that are self-governing territories, yes?
Correct. I will allow for free trade of goods, salt crystals included, between these territories. I will gradually ease the borders, while fostering awareness of a unified Norzelian people. I would like Lord Svarog to preside over the new Esfrosti territory.
Of course, King Roland. I will do all I can to achieve my son's vision.
Minister Lila, I would like you to preside over the Hyzantian territory.
Gladly, King Roland.
And presiding over both Wolfort and the Rosellan territory. I would have none other than my dearest friend and companion, Serenoa Wolfort.
As you command, Your Majesty.
And I do believe that concludes the formalities. I have but one more order for you, Serenoa.
Ask and it shall be done.
If you insist. I order you and Lady Frederica to have your long overdue wedding at the soonest opportunity.
What?
Roland, there are still so many matters to attend to. We couldn't possibly.
This is an order from your sworn liege. You dare not refuse, Lord Wolfort.
Roland.
What better to mark the start of an era of unity than a wedding? You will be my nephew in no time, Lord Serenoa.
I know it is sudden, but shall we, Frederica?
I would like nothing more.
I never expected to see all these familiar faces here. It is a true testament to the path they walk together.
Indeed, this is not only a celebration for Glenbrook and the Roselle, but Esfrost and Hyzant as well.
Their union will become a symbol of the new era.
A new dawn is breaking over Norzelia, and I am honored to be here to see it.
The young lord's all grown up now. Feels like it was just yesterday when he was no higher than my knee.
I feel the same about Frederica. She was always alone, yet today she is someone's bride. This is the happiest day of my life.
My friends, it would appear the young couple is ready to begin. Without further ado, let us commence the ceremony. Please welcome the bride and groom, Frederica Esfrost and Serenoa Wolfort.
War consumed Norzelia as its three powers, the Kingdom of Glenbrook, the Duchy of Esfrost, and the Holy State of Hyzant, contended for the realm's salt. But through the efforts of House Wolfort, the violent chapter of the realm's history that began with the discovery of salt crystals was brought to an end. The world, united under the rule of King Roland of Glenbrook, took its first steps toward a bright new era. And on one peaceful day, a group of stalwart allies gathered at long last for a wedding.
Lord Serenoa, Lady Frederica would like a few words with you before the ceremony.
Good morning, Frederica. I look forward to the ceremony today.
As do I, Serenoa. Did you sleep well last night?
Truth be told, I did not. And yourself?
Unfortunately, I couldn't seem to calm my nerves.
Well now, it's not every day you see the heads of House Wolfort looking so ill at ease.
I must agree, Roland. I can scarcely recall the last time I felt so nervous.
Though I am happy that this day has finally come, I am even more anxious than when facing an army.
Is that so? I must admit, even I'm beginning to feel on edge now.
Understandably so. The significance of being united with the one you love far outweighs any battle.
You are right, Benedict. As always.
'Tis also far more joyous.
Frederica, there is something I must tell you before the ceremony.
What is it?
It's about my lineage. You see...
I had no idea. So that means that you and Roland are...
They were the last words of Lord Simon, and a secret that shall never leave this room.
I apologize for telling you now, but I wanted you to know the truth before we wed.
As did I.
I thank you for confiding in me. But knowing Serenoa's lineage changes nothing. Because I love you for who you are, and not where you came from.
As I love you, Frederica. Thank you.
Allow me to share in this glorious day with a vow. I swear to be a king worthy of your trust.
Lord Simon, Lady Destra, King Regna, if only you were here to see this.
Pardon the intrusion, but it is time for Lady Frederica to get changed.
But of course, I cannot thank you enough, Jerome. If it weren't for you and the others in the village, I would not be able to wear a traditional Rosellan gown on my wedding day.
It is our pleasure. Please, let me thank you in return for the honor of officiating the ceremony.
An honor well deserved. After all, it was your faith in House Wolfort that brought us to where we are today.
The Roselle are part of our family.
As House Wolfort is a part of ours, we shall be ever at your side.
There you are, Your Majesty. The bride and groom are very busy and ought not to be bothered.
Bothered? I simply came here to give them my blessing. Unless I am bothering you.
Far from it, Roland.
Indeed. Being in your company puts me at ease.
It seems you two have returned to your usual selves. Shall we make for the ceremony now?
Have you come to tell me something, Hewitt?
Yes, my lord. Lady Cordelia asked me to summon you.
Has she now? Very well then. Let us see what she needs.
Elsewhere, guests began to arrive in great numbers, each eagerly awaiting the ceremony.
I wonder if Frederica has changed into her gown by now. I pray her nerves haven't gotten the best of her. Perhaps I should see how she's faring.
This ain't like you at all, Gila. I'm sure the young lady's doing just fine.
But that girl has always been too serious for her own good.
How curious. This is the first time I've seen you so nervous.
I know how you feel, but you gotta calm down. It's not like you can walk down the aisle for her.
No, I cannot. Truth be told, I never expected to hear such words from you, Eridor. In fact, I anticipated you to be the most anxious among us, given your history with Lord Serenoa.
There ain't nothing for me to worry about. The wee lad's grown into a fine young man. He brought peace to this land with his own two hands. He's no less a hero than his father was.
Aye, and Frederica was beside him every step of the way. I suppose you're right. I needn't worry over her any longer. It seems I have much to learn from you, Eridor.
Though there is something you should know. The more nervous Eridor is, the calmer he feigns to be. I imagine he's doing all he can to hold back tears right now.
Quiet, Anna. I refuse to ruin their big day with my weeping and wailing. Even though the young lord is... well, he's all grown up and getting married and... to such a perfect bride.
It's refreshing to see you haven't changed.
There is one more thing you should know. I, too, am proud to be here to witness their union. As members of House Wolfort, let us do all we can to support our leaders.
As if I'd do any different.
Together, we can ensure a bright future for both them and Norzelia.
Aye, what a joyous day this is. Let's celebrate with spirits, and lots of them.
Oh, Master Clarus, Master Archibald, let us toast to the bride and groom. Oh, what a happy day. There is nothing more delightful than a wedding.
You certainly are in high spirits, Master Lionel.
'Tis not only Lionel, my friend. Today, everyone across the realm rejoices. Let us drink to Lord Serenoa and Lady Frederica, the future of Norzelia.
Aye. The battles we fought were as bloody and brutal as those of the Salt Iron War. But they carved the path to a new era, one where the three nations work together at long last. I propose a toast to peace, freedom, and salt.
I couldn't agree more. Those three are precious treasures to us merchants.
Oh-ho! Forgive Lionel for prying, Master Clarus, but it sounds like you found a way to make some coin.
How keen you are. Now, I tell you this in confidence.
But... have a look at this plate. It is a new type of earthenware that utilizes salt in its glaze.
My, what a sheen. I've never seen anything like it.
A salt glaze? Yes. Lionel thinks this will sell very well.
It certainly is beautiful. But I imagine it costs quite the fortune.
Or so one would think. In truth, very little salt is used in its making, and the more salt crystals are excavated, the cheaper salt becomes.
Aha! So the glaze is far less expensive than it seems. But people still consider salt to be a great luxury. Which means pretty plates like this one could be sold for a tidy sum.
Just so. Customers will gladly loosen their purse strings for such luxuries, and merchants can fill their coffers with the profit.
A golden opportunity for buyers and sellers alike. Lionel would be a fool to let it pass him by. Ah, Master Claris, pray listen, for Lionel has just had a stroke of genius. Let us add the emblem of House Walford to this plate and sell it as a memento of the occasion.
A fine idea. There would be no shortage of demand for such a precious item. We must speak to the craftsman straight away.
Goddess be good. Continue on like this, and misfortune is sure to find you both.
The war is over, Master Archibald. There is only good fortune to be had these days.
Indeed, 'tis a golden age, in every sense of the word.
I disagree. Master Archibald speaks true. If you dare sully the Wolfort name to line your pockets, misfortune will find you.
Anna! Your stealth never ceases to amaze, Lionel.
Please do not misunderstand. We were merely jesting, yes. Ha-ha.
I pray that is the case, for your sakes.
Lionel is sorry.
Please accept our humblest apologies.
Perhaps you ought to heed this old man's words next time. But saying that now may just be rubbing salt in the wound.
Master.
Yes, you'll have to forgive an old man his word plays on this joyous day.
Yes, I suppose I will.
The hall is alive with the jovial chatter of its guests. That joy, however, is not shared by all in attendance.
Is something the matter, Lila? You seem more dour than ever.
I apologize. I suppose it unbefitting of the occasion.
Let me guess what's troubling you. It's a certain little boy, isn't it?
How dare you meddle in my affairs, Milo?
Don't take it personally. Meddling is what I do.
You didn't tell him anything, did you?
Like what? The fact that his mother is overseer of the Ministry of Medicine?
Is that a threat? What is it that you want?
I should be asking you that. The war is over and your position is changed. Why don't you go see your son? Idor was at fault for what happened, not you.
Whatever the reason, it won't change the fact that I abandoned him. I haven't the right to call myself his mother, especially after all this time. Besides, I have yet to atone for my sins. I've been tasked with governing Hyzant, so I haven't the leisure of...
Yes, so much responsibility, so little time. Yet another pretty excuse to stand idly by. Now that you've had your turn to speak, allow me to take mine. There is a boy who has been highly anticipating today's ceremony. He is a special child who can peer into the future. And in that future,
He has seen his mother embrace him at long last, here and now. Unfortunately, for however hard he tries, he cannot see his mother's face. He's been searching for her for a long, long time. He even made it through the war, ever dreaming of their reunion.
I see.
But it's quite easy to change the future he sees. All one has to do is stand around and sigh. Perhaps it's a befitting punishment for someone who used magic to toy with life. But I think if she truly wishes to atone for her sins, she ought to start with her own child first. Here he comes. What will you do?
I want his dream to come true. Thank you for helping me see that.
Think nothing of it. I simply wish to see those darling eyes of yours fill with tears.
And still, I am in your debt.
Lila and Quahog are reunited at last. As the two share in a prolonged hug, a mother and father watch from nearby.
I see. I did not know Lila's son had joined House Wolford.
I'm so happy for you, Quahog. Lila must be over the moon right now.
You are Hasabara, yes?
That I am, Lord Svarog. A tavern keep and proud member of House Wolford, too. Sorry you had to see me crying like this, and on such a happy day. I lost my boy in the war, you see, so sometimes I just can't help myself.
You needn't apologize. I understand all too well how you feel. Our children are our future, and nothing is sadder than losing them.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lord Svarog.
I have only myself to blame for his untimely death. Not a day goes by that I do not think of what I could have said or done differently.
I know. But there's no change in the past, no matter how much we want to.
Hello, Lord Svarog. Hasabara?
You are?
Please, call me Ians. I'm a member of House Wolford and a blacksmith by trade.
One of the hardest workers I've ever met, too, and that's saying something. He's got real promise when it comes to smithing, and never shied away from a fight.
Yes, I have heard tell of his achievements. What can I do for you, young man?
Actually, I should like to learn Esfrost's ironworking techniques. I once studied at the archives in the Grand Duchy, but the war put a quick end to that. Now that the fighting is over, I want to craft things other than weapons. Like fine tools, bridges, buildings, and ships. I want to use my skills to create things people will need in the peaceful days ahead.
And the Esfrosti know how to work iron better than anyone. I can't tell you how impressed I was by that death knell.
Indeed. And there's no telling what wonders the three nations can accomplish if they work together. New technologies will open the door to new possibilities. Just imagining what we could achieve fills me with unbridled excitement. My apologies. I seem to have forgotten my place. A humble blacksmith like myself has no right to ask such a favor of you.
For showing me how brightly your passion burns, I will accept no apologies. I shall make the arrangements right away. The future is in the hands of the ardent youth. I have high hopes for you, Ians.
Thank you, Lord Svarog. I won't let you down.
I'm already looking forward to seeing what you come up with.
Hasabara, it is true that we cannot change the past, but we can help shape the future.
Aye. The love between a parent and their child will never die, and neither will their dreams. It's up to us to keep their memory alive.
Indeed, we must be as ardent as the youth of today. I will keep moving forward, so please, watch over me, Drekan.
While the other attendees are immersed in their thoughts, Cordelia spends her time in a quiet corner of the venue away from the crowd.
Why won't you attend the ceremony, General of Laura?
Please understand, Lady Cordelia. Though the battle may be over, the fact remains that I led the invasion of Glenbrook. I have no right to be present on such a joyous occasion.
That's not true. So please don't say that.
I appreciate the sentiment, but my answer is still the same. I shall stand guard outside the hall.
General of Laura.
Ah, here you are, Cordelia. Shouldn't you be getting ready about now? You wouldn't want to be late.
Brother, please tell General of Laura to attend the ceremony.
Your Majesty, my hands are stained with blood. I do not belong at a wedding that symbolizes a peaceful future.
You aren't the only one with a bloody past. Everyone here has fought long and hard to make it through the war. I too have slain my share of enemies, but not because I wanted to. And I hope I never have to do so again. You feel the same, don't you?
I do. I've had more than my fill of war.
It is not the soldiers who are to blame, but the rulers who give them orders. It was our ambition and negligence, our doubts and hatred that forced your hands. For this, I apologize to you both. Know that I intend to spend the rest of my life atoning for it.
Your Majesty.
But you have brought peace to the realm, King Roland.
Not by my power alone. I owe a great deal of thanks to those who stood beside me. That includes you, General.
Your Majesty.
And now, on this beautiful day, my dearest friend is getting married to the love of his life. I hope you will join us as both Cordelia's knight and someone who will help us shape the realm's future. We ought to set our eyes on the days ahead, not the ones behind us. I'm sure father and brother would agree.
Understood. It would be my honor to attend.
Oh, thank you, brother. Come, General of Laura. The ceremony's about to begin. We must think of how best to congratulate the happy couple.
Well said, Your Majesty. It seems your feelings got through to the General.
And I feel better for it. But this is just the beginning. It was Cordelia who first realized the importance of our future over our past.
She has truly become strong. But you have as well. You are a fine lord. As a member of the Kingsguard, that I can assure you.
Is that your way of reminding me of my place here within the walls and not gallivanting about town?
Precisely. Now, let us make for the ceremony.
Serenoa, I am ready now.
That Rosellan gown suits you perfectly, Frederica. You look like a rose in full bloom.
Thank you. It pleases me to hear you say that. But I am a wild rose no longer. I am your bride, and a woman who carries the future of Norzelia upon her shoulders. I shall think of the new era before us as I walk beside you on the path we have chosen. Together.
So long as you are at my side, I can continue on however far. Let us work together to ensure the path we have chosen is the right one.
But of course, that is the way of House Wolford.
My friends, it would appear the young couple is ready to begin. Without further ado, let us commence the ceremony. Please welcome the bride and groom, Frederica Esfrost and Serenoa Wolfort.
Shall we, Frederica?
I, Serenoa.
Strategy, まさにため